What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. Again. Good afternoon, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. As you can see in the thumbnail, my illustrious gate has quit again. Aren't I the lucky one? So we're going to diagnose it. As you can see in the preview, it just beeps. So we need to figure out what's going on with it. It's already got a new board in it. It's got new batteries. And we rebuilt the arm itself. Put new gears in it. Tested it out, made sure it all works. So now what gives? Well, I looked it up. And apparently when you get three beeps on one of these dudes here, that means that the system has seen less than 24 volts, which it has to have 24 volts to operate. And it actually says 23.5. So anything above 23.5, the gate will operate, which is kind of strange since we already put two new batteries in it. So I guess we'll grab the meter and we'll open the case up and we'll test it and find out what's going on. So I'll get you set up and we'll go through that together. So hang tight. Okay guys, let's see. Let's get this thing opened up and find out what's cooking here. Let's not get that screw all the way out of there. Yep, there it goes. Get all these screwdrivers out of my pocket. Let's grab our meter, since as you can tell when it just beeps at you. So we're going to test our battery leads. See what we got. Okay, we're going to go ahead and unplug our gate, or unplug our power. My goodness, look at the ants. They definitely like this board for some reason. Get ourselves a couple of test probes here. And let's unplug our batteries. Yeah, see, it beeps at you again, says the battery's low. So either way you unplug it and they don't work. All right. Set your meter to volt DC, and we'll just hold it. Okay. We'll plug into there. Let's test our other side. Okay, look at there. That battery is 8.43 volts. That's not going to work. So let's test our other one. Now that one's 1077, so it's in a little better shape than the other one was. So either way, the battery's got to come out because they're obviously not charging. And it happens. You know, you can get junk batteries. So let's get this thing apart. Sorry, I was grabbing the mic there. Let's get this thing apart and we'll go from there. We might get lucky and not have to take the whole kit and caboodle apart. So let's see if we can get just half of the connectors off of the one side, which that's about it right there. Take our mounting screws, just loosen them, don't take them out. Turn them a couple turns till they get to where you can slide the board. Then slide the board up and off with the screws. Okay, we are going to have to take the antenna cable off because it's not letting us move far enough. Just pull that out. Not like that. There we go. Just set that off to the side. And there's our two batteries. Go ahead and unplug them there. And there's one. And there's two. Alright, we're going to check the battery voltage on these things while they're out, just to see if it's in the cable or if it's actually the battery. So there's the meter. Yeah, see, that one says 845 in it, and that one still says 1078. So there is a possibility, I guess, that the transformer is not putting out what it's supposed to put out. But these are only 7 amp hour batteries, so they don't take a lot of voltage. Okay, so here's where I forget to turn the mic on because I use a Movo wireless mic setup. Basically, I'm pointing to the fact that we're going to test those batteries before we put them in. These are the new packages. They came directly from Liftmaster. They're a K74 30754, I do believe. Yeah. They're not expensive. You can buy them individually, but they're like 16 bucks shipped to the door from Gatehouse Supplies. The batteries, however, came from Amazon, because if you try to buy them anywhere else, they're just stupid expensive. These two batteries cost like $52 shipped to the door, where if you buy them from Gatehouse Supplies, there I'm showing a battery that's got 1276 in one, and this other battery is 1278. So we got a couple of good batteries. So like I was saying, if you buy those through Gatehouse Supplies, they're like $94 with the harness, but then you have to pay another $34 in shipping. So it gets kind of expensive. So anyway, we're going to get these installed. What I found when putting these on, these connectors are very tight to get on there, which is good because that means it'll make a good solid connection. But they are a little difficult to get on, and I found out that when during shipping they bent the tabs down a little bit on the battery. Not a big deal. You can just straighten them out and don't get overly rambunctious with them, because you can bend those terminals the other way and snap them off. That wouldn't be good. So I'm thinking that they made these in Germany. They're Guden tight. Nice, good, solid connectors. We got the one battery done, so let's get to the other one. Same thing. I got to bend the tabs up just a little bit to get the terminals on there. So get those straightened out, and we'll put this other harness on here. Again, they are pretty tight, which that's good. You want a good solid connection. I have an audience now. My lovely wife came up behind and is watching me. I found that wiggling them side to side a little bit helps them go on a little bit easier. Alright, got one in. Oop, got the wire shoved in behind the battery, so I got to pull that out to the side. Then it just sits in there. Got one in. Let's put the other one in. Get the antenna cable out of the way, and then take your harnesses and go over the top of the battery, and hang them out to the side, so you can get the rest of the stuff put back together. Once you get them laid off to the side, we're ready to put the board back in. Alright, let's hang this dude in there. Get it behind that ground terminal at the bottom, and then it just sits in there and goes over the top of the 4 screws, and then slide the board down just like that. Tighten up your screws so the board doesn't move. These just have to be snug. They don't have to be tight, just snug, just to hold the board. Alright, let's put your antenna wire on there. Make sure that the antenna wire goes in between the board bracket and the board. And be gentle with that, because that's just a little small filament wire that goes in that connector. And it's really easy to bend if you get violent with it. So just take your time and get it down in there, and then screw it down so it's tight. Alright. Next, you want to get your ground strap down there at the bottom. Don't forget that. I remember fighting this when I put the board in because it's a little short. But again, patience does wonders. You can get it up there just far enough to get the screw started and get it tight, and you're good to go. Okay, got that in. Don't forget your connector over here on the side. Make sure it's plugged back in. And then you can plug your batteries in. These plugs are one way only. There is a notch cut in the top of them. They only go in one way. You can't plug them in backwards. Well, I guess you probably could if you really wanted to. Alright, what I'm saying here is my lights are green on there and everything's looking good. So while we're on the battery, let's see if this arm, we're going to check the voltage on the batteries. And you can do that by going to the accessory on the left side of the panel here. It should read close to 24 volts. And I've got 2389. Which is good, so it's over 23.5 volts, so the gate should work. So let's push the button and find out. And what you can't see on the camera is the arm moving. It is moving, so I know it's working. And it does what it's supposed to, so let's plug the transformer back in. Let's make sure the voltages are there for it. Just plug it into the board first. And we'll plug that in. Alright, that dude's got a green light down there at the bottom, which means the transformer's operational. And you should get around 34 volts. It may not do it all the time. It's made to be a pulsing style charger, depending on the condition of the batteries. The board regulates whether or not that needs to be charged. So you should have the same thing on the accessory, you know, 20, a little over 23.5 volts, 20, maybe 24. So, but to double check, we're going to test it down here at the transformer. And if you can see the meter, that thing will fluctuate above 30 volts, which is what it's supposed to do. I mean, it's a fluctuating charger. So it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. So we can call that done. The board, or the gate operator, is fixed. So we're good to go. Okay, as you can see before in that clip, the reversing function works exactly like it's supposed to. Since this gate has been broken, we have been strapping the gate closed to make sure the dogs don't get out. So now with that strap gone, look at that. Just like it's supposed to. And believe it or not, I think it might be a little bit faster. You know, there's a good possibility those batteries were bad when I got them. But you never know. So anyway. So hey, if this video helped you, if you liked what you seen, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And share it with your friends. Let everybody know about it. So I appreciate it a bunch for watching. Take care. And have a good evening. See you later.